Here we go. And then let's see. Let me finish all the. Let me finish the WhatsApp first. So here we go. And then today I would like to talk about the schoology about CP4. Sorry, Cp1. It should be Cp1. And reminder, first of all, I would like to remind you that the schoology section from the actually is for the Form 6. And then if you want to join, no matter is Form if you want to join from later CP, please join on in the 5 p.m. for these 7 consecutive days, which is which is 1st of April, 2nd of April, so on and so forth. Okay, and then until the 7th of April, and then today I'm a bit late, and because there are something I need to do, and then it's 9 o'clock. But from now on, I won't be late. Okay, because today is just having some unavoidable business. And anyway, here we go now. And then I'm just going to talk about all the MC that is going to have in the Google Classroom. Okay, and then what are we having? And then wow, it seems I really have some student right here. Okay. Anyway, for the newcomer, please keep your mouth shut because I'm recording, and then I'm going to post it into the YouTube. If you really want to interact with me, send me a WhatsApp, and if you don't have my number, you can approach to your geography teacher. Okay, geography teacher. Okay, you should know what I'm talking about because I don't want your guys face or local or everything of personal information being posted on in the YouTube. This quite important situation that we have to protect our student. Okay, and then let's get started. Okay, for the first one, I'm just going to make it in a direct order, which is starting from the 212 sample 21. Okay, 212 sample 21, sample paper 21. Okay, and then what is subduction? Subduction is talking about it's going downward. Okay, it's going downward and then going downward. Okay. Okay, and then I'm not going to show the Google Earth because it's running out of time, and then I just want to show here this kind of thing. This area is the subduction, and then where can we find this kind of subduction? First of all, oceanic plates collide with a continental plate. I think this is right because this actually talking about the situation because Eurasian plate. This is Japan, and I think you should know it. This is Japan, and then the Eurasian plate right here is going to collide with the Philippine plate, and then Philippine plate indeed is oceanic plate, and then you can find both of them are having subduction. Okay, 彎咗落去啊嘛，咁就下沉啊嘛，俯衝啊嘛。Okay, and for the first one, I think it's right, and then second is also right. Okay, because oceanic plate may collide with another oceanic plate, just like 哎呀，開咗添，算啦嚇，我陣間閉屏啦 ，OK 嚇，頭先 show 嗰啲WhatsApp 嘅 personal information 出嚟添，喊出嚟 ，OK 嚇。Then oceanic plate and then another one you can see right here, OK right here is also talking about oceanic plate. This one is a Pacific plate, no doubt this is oceanic plate, and then Philippine plate indeed is also a oceanic plate. Accordingly, there are some subduction also. So accordingly, this number 2 is also right. How about number 3? Slide pass or slide pass or actually, if you are talking about slide pass or move away, those kind of wordings, actually you don't need to think about it because for the oceanic plates, it's always talking about from the subduction, which is always talking about is colliding. Okay, so this is having some problem. If we are talking about slide paths moving away, it's not really going to have let the subduction happen. not really going to happen. So the answer will be A. Okay. How about the sample paper 22? Which of the following about earthquake is correct? And you can see which scale used to show the intensity of an earthquake is wrong. It sounds like right, but actually it's wrong because for we are talking about the magnitude. Okay, we won't call the 強度. Okay, we won't call it as 強度. We will call it as the we will call it as 強度 magnitude. Sorry. Okay, but we will call the 強度 as magnitude, but not the intensity. Okay, and then the point of the under the earth surface where fracturing begins is the earthquake's epicenter. Okay, which is talking about the epicenter is under the earth surface. Okay, so can you find it's wrong? Actually, if we are talking about earthquake, if the earthquake taking place in the here, if we are talking about the earthquake taking place in the Tokyo, and then the epicenter is taking place in the surface. Okay, and what is the things that taking place in the underneath of the surface? We call it focus. Okay, 咁多次先，等我一陣。Okay, and then so the epicenter is in the Earth's surface. 即係 epicenter, which is talking about in Chinese, which is talking about 震央. Okay, then epicenter should be in the Earth's surface. Okay, but if it is talking about the real origin of the earthquake, it should be foci or focus. Okay, so this one is not right. Okay, earthquake occur along the plate boundary. No lah, because it can be some intra-plate earthquake. Okay, within the plate. Okay, because of the minor fault, because of the fault line along the plate boundary also will cause the earthquake. So accordingly, just like examples, just like Tongshan earthquake. Okay, deep focus earthquake are found in the destructive plate boundary. Right. Why is it right? Because the earthquake is the plate boundary always moving towards each other, and then the earthquake is going to be the energy is going to be stored in a very deep underground. Okay, 佢哋兩個鬥撞埋一齊啊嘛，咁撞埋一齊咧，咁邊度地震啊？通常係越嚟越深噶啦，唔會喺淺層嗰度有地震噶嘛。Okay, so accordingly, there will be a lot of earthquake in the deeper focus. Okay, so let me change to the schoology website first. Wait a minute, and then so this one is right. Okay, and then next one. Wow, this one. I'm not going to press into the answer because it's quite easy. And then the back-ended area in the figure above are the zones of. So you can see there's a lot of back-ended area. Okay, 黑到麥豆咁樣啦，咁應該都唔會係火山啩 ？Okay, I don't think it's a volcano, isn't it? Okay, because right here, the conservative plate boundary, right here, it should be the conservative plate boundary. And then if it's a conservative plate boundary, I don't think there is a lot of volcanoes. So number one is wrong. And then earthquake sounds like right. Full mountain, island arc. Then let's see the option. 其實都要撳入去，因為原來係要撳入去先睇到個 choice 嘅。Okay, so number two is the only thing that correct because volcanic island arc I don't think it's that dense. Okay, it's not that densely populated, distributed. Okay, and then also for the island arc, not really going to happen because the island arc is just about Japan, Taiwan, Philippines, and also Indonesia. But how come right now there are a lot of back-ended area, so it won't be that case. Okay, so can effectively reduce the destruction and loss of life by tsunami. Building floodgate and channel. Is it really going to deal with tsunami? Flooding only lah. Okay. Strengthened housing structure. You should know that the this is more focused on the earthquake only. But how about the tsunami? When the tsunami, like in the 311 earthquake, it is almost 40 meters high. So you can think about it. If we are going to build a very strong building, is it really going to let the protect, which can really going to withstand the tsunami? I don't think so. So number 2 is not correct. Improve the warning system. This is better. Okay, plant trees along the coast is not really the case because it's too weak to withstand the tsunami. But for this one, it's relatively more focused in the tsunami. Okay, but for others, it's not really focused on the tsunami. OK 唔係咁對焦啊，即係對於個tsunami 嚟講，因為始終嗰啲都係好似拗痕咁，唔係好關事啊嘛。OK 嗱for this pair, I just want to draw your attention. These few pairs, it is really going to happen day by day. Sorry, not day by day, year by year. I mean, OK this few pair, what is it? OK number 1, lava plateau. Number 2, low delta volcanoes. How about number 3? What is number 3? Laccolith, okay? Lavolith, sorry. And then number 4, it is Bavolith. Just like the land rock, originally is the magma chamber. Land rock is originally the magma chamber, okay? Just like this one. And right now, after the weathering, okay, all the weather material, all the sediment is going to wear away, and then it's going to be weathered, and then you can see that there's only the magma chamber is left, and alike with the land rock. Land rock indeed is quite alike with this shape, okay, and then it is really related to the magma chamber after cooling and solidification. Okay, so accordingly, let's go through the question. And where's the question away? Maybe here. Yeah, okay. Which of the following correctly describe the formation of the landform features shown in the above diagram? And number 1, extrusive volcanicity. Right, yeah? Because lava plateau, because it's in outside. Okay. Number 2, floating. Come on. How come it's floating? Okay. Volcano. Okay. So number 2 is not right. Okay. And how about number 3? Very slow cooling of magma. Okay. If you are Form 6 student, you should know that. Okay. If it is in the place boundary, okay, it is really slow. Okay. Not in the place boundary. I mean in the crust. Okay. Not in the place boundary. Sorry. Okay. And then how about number 4? Violent volcanic eruption. Okay, not that happen. Not going to happen because you can see number 4 is a magma chamber which is right inside the crust and it's not going to erupt. You can see no eruption at all. It's still the highest point of this magma chamber is still within the crust for a long distance, so that it's not going to happen for the extrusive volcanicity. So number 1 and number 3 is correct, and number 2 and number 4 is not correct. Okay. Next question. It's a bit boring. Yeah. So if you really cannot stand it, you can go to drink a water, do some sport, stretching, so on and so forth. Okay. Let Mr. Leung suffer. Okay. I'm well paid to suffer. Okay. Then this one, X. What is X? What is Y? And what is Z? Okay. This is a bit how to say, this question is a bit losing the focus. You really cannot figure out what is happening. But indeed, I tell you a trick, and you can identify the page movement easily. Can you see the subduction right here? Can you see the subduction right here? As I've said before, right in this question, okay, right in the first question, the subduction occur when the 2 plates collide with each other, okay, moving towards with each other. So when the subduction occur, okay, 我哋如果兩個有 subduction 嘅話咧，咁我咪兩個係一齊咯 ，OK 好慘啊，得翻2個人不過算啦，唔緊要，我都係預咗拍片嘅多謝你，多謝嗰2個人死忠 fans 啊，多謝你 ，OK 咁繼續啦，and then啲Form 5都唔理我，好想喊 ，OK 咁就喂啲 So you can see right here, the subduction is really talking about the moving towards situation. And then, so you can see this one is destructive, this one is destructive. How about this constructive 咯？因為喂我兩邊 this side is moving towards like this, this side is moving towards like this. Then how about the middle? They are moving apart from each other. So and then this the remainder will be more easy to be done. Okay. Features X transform fault, which is talking about this like having a perpendicular angle. OK 即係直角咁樣，直角斬咁樣，斬咁樣嘅。OK 好似啲牙咁樣嘅。OK and then how about Y? Y is talking about mid-oceanic ridge. Okay, this is also true because it's constructive pay boundary. And then Z is an ocean trench. Okay 啱唔啱啊？都應該啱嘅。OK 咁你笠咗入去嘛 ？Because there's a 12 right there. Okay. Type of force. Okay, sorry that I missed arrow right here, but I think you can skip it. Okay, shear force. For here, this is having shear force because the force is going like this for this side, and the force for this side is going like this way. So they are sliding past each other, so that there will be shear force. 因為咧佢呢度佢凹凹凸凸噶嘛，咁你呢度咧成個有個牙喺度咁樣噶嘛，咁有個牙喺度咧咁。呢邊向呢邊走 ，OK 向左邊走 ，OK for this side is going that way, OK for this side is going this way. So in between this area, is it going to have some shear lateral force? So this one is right, OK shear force also OK 嘅and then tensional force 唔夠膽啊，開答案偷睇下先，我都驚And then how about Y? Y 講咗Y 未講 tensional force and then Z compressional force because as I said before moving towards each other 啊嘛 this one moving apart from each other 啊嘛 shear force 啊嘛 and then convection in mantle means it is convergence and then X is convergence Y is divergence and then Z is convergence, isn't it? X is not right because X right here is also to be divergent. 喂，大家同一條線㗎嘛，應該呢度 OK they should be in the same pay boundary, isn't it? So the convection current should be the same. Okay, so for here as I said before, this is constructive pay boundary. This is a constructive pay boundary. They should be divergence. If it is divergence, then XY is both divergence. Tectonic movement, lateral movement 係啦，我啱嘅應該因為3就係錯啊嘛偷睇到答案啦。OK and then tectonic movement, lateral movement for here X 係咪 lateral movement As I said before, they are sliding past each other, so it should be a lateral movement. C4 spreading, what is C4 spreading? Which is more or less alike with the constructive pay boundary. 點解 constructive pay boundary 關 C4 spreading 事咧？因為我通常都係喺個海床度慢慢啲熔岩流出嚟，跟住造成個spread 噶嘛。OK For the newcomer, please don't shout at the meet because you are being recorded. If you are going to shout, if you really want to ask me question, please ask your geography teacher for my number. OK I'm talking to the newcomer. OK you should hear it. OK and then so accordingly number 3 is not correct, but number 4 which is all the way correct. OK 啱啱講完 subduction which is about this which is about the moving towards each other so accordingly you can find this is the right thing. 1, 2, 4 is right. OK 你可以慢慢睇啦。OK I'm not going to describe because I'm just explaining the order thing here. OK so number 8 you can see this earthquake occurred in X. OK I think the information is not enough right here. Okay right here is more better and then you can see the showing 2 earthquake occurred in city X. Okay one I forget the number 1 and number 2 right here but you can imagine or you can interpret. Okay so you can see for this one, for the first one, oh, the epicenter is very deep, okay? And then the magnitude is relatively stronger, but fewer people, fewer casualties. But for the one which is having a shorter distance with the epicenter, and then also is in the mid light, okay? And then the magnitude is relatively though quite high, but not as high as the first one. But the casualty is relatively higher than the first one. Why? Because the epicenter is closer to the city. Sure, because you can see the magnitude is even worse. The magnitude is even stronger for the first one, but the casualty is not that strong. Okay. Number two, the local resident was less aware of the potential danger. Okay, I don't think so because both of them are in the mid-light. Okay, even for this is also in the situation that most of the people are sleeping, so that 兩個都係差唔多嘅 ，OK, more or less the similar situation. So number two cannot be very showing a very great difference between this. Okay, sorry for the spelling mistake. The structure of the many building, okay, was already weakened by the previous earthquake. This is also right because just like the Wenchuan earthquake in the 2008, okay, some of the building are not destroyed at the Wenchuan earthquake, but afterwards there are some minor earthquake and then making the already weakened structure collapsed. So number three is correct, okay, because it may happen like this. The structure of the many buildings have been weakened in the previous earthquake, but right now we have a relatively closer to the epicenter, and then right now we are having more casualties. Okay, this one is asking whether you are literate or not. Okay, for the question 4，邊度係邊度係 lunch time okay, it's left for lunch time, crazy. Okay, so number 1 and number 3 is right. Okay, 攞快啲得唔得 Okay, so and then number 8 number 8, which is talking about which of the following statement about the lateral hazards of above photograph are correct, and then you can see the original thing is not very good also. Okay, but at least you should know this one is Iceland. Then if you are in the Iceland, what is the most typical volcanic tectonic hazards you may have, which is I think it is the volcanicity. Okay, because someone messaged me, sorry for the distraction. And then wait a minute, let's see what he is doing. Okay, okay, this is not really important. And then so let's go on, and you can see the tectonic activities right here, right there is active because it's in the plate boundary. Okay, Iceland wall. Let's see right here. Try to see right here. We should be we should be right here. Sorry. Okay. You can see this one is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and one of the volcanic island is the Iceland. Okay. Then the situation of the volcanic island will be like this. Okay. Let's get back to there. And then so 1, 2, 3, 4 are both correct indeed. Okay. As you can see right here, this is the real situation of Iceland. I think this one can be regarded as Iceland. Okay, the situation of Iceland. Okay. First of all, tectonic activities is active truly because it's in the plate boundary. The hazards caused by the divergence of plates. Let's get back to here. Also right, divergence. You can see divergent, okay? How about legs? The hazards will disrupt air transport, true, because you can find a lot of smoke right here. And then the volcanic island, the volcanic ash will block the sunlight, also true, because you can see originally there's a huge smoke in there, okay? Next. 即係要快啲，有乜講咁切嘅？有乜講到11點都得？OK so this one quite obvious. It is tsunami, and if it is tsunami, which of the following does not help to reduce the loss caused by the natural hazards shown in the above photograph? Okay, and you can see which one is more less likely to have the wait a minute, setting the things. Okay, just to make sure that I'm recording. Okay, and then you can see a lot of insurance cannot really going to reduce the loss. Well, this one is really easy. Okay, sorry for wasting your time because I really need to set up the things. Okay, okay, let's go to the 2013 situation. 2013 past paper. Okay, this one is quite difficult, and you can see the number of getting it right is quite low. Okay, and what is it? Which is talking about they are moving towards each other. Okay, and then there's a full mountain, and if there's a full mountain, what should we do? Okay, the X and Y layer X. Sorry, I'm not talking about the accurate thing. This one should be the continental crust, and this one should be the oceanic crust. Sorry for the mixing up. Okay, and then density. Bear in mind, although most of the students will mix up for the oceanic place, the density will be higher because it is more concentrated in a small area. Okay, in a smaller volume. OK， 海洋板塊咧通常係密度高啲嘅，點解咧？因為佢係細嚿啲啊，咁細嚿啲，但係我仍然都係有咁大堆嘅嘢。OK，we are packing the same thing in a smaller volume. So accordingly, X the oceanic crust is having higher density. So number one is right. OK. These are a bit thick, okay? And then the thickness, I think it is easy because you can just recognize it in the photo, okay? No big deal at all, okay? And then chemical composition, silica and magnesium, and then for the X, and then Y, it is silica and aluminium. This one is a bit tricky. The most tricky point is here, okay? The right oceanic crust contains silica and magnesium. Meanwhile, the continental crust contains the silica and also aluminium. Then it is a bit tricky for here because if you are not really going to study well, you will forget this for sure. Okay, you have to give a trial for this, and then just like you are going to gambling in Macau, you have to buy big or small. Okay， 即係好似買場大細咁樣嘅，你咁樣即係你唔温書温到最溜溜嗰啲位咧，你唔記得佢係silica 同埋 magnesium 嘅 oceanic, which is made up by the silica and magnesium. Okay, but continental made up by the silica and aluminium. But I can give you a method to let you think easier. Aluminium is always the material making up of the Coke, the can of the Coke, okay, the Coke can, okay 即係通常係做鋁罐嗰啲咧就係 aluminium，ok， 咁所以嗰啲係輕啲嘅，咁所以咧你就記住佢，喂呢啲係鋁罐嚟嘅 ，ok magnesium 通常係重啲嘅，得唔得 ？ok so imagine aluminium can, and then it is going to make up the continental crust, and then we can always find the continental crust in the we can always find the aluminium soil in the continental crust. Sorry, okay. Now this one, try to save your time in the MC. First of all, if you see it's falling down, no doubt negative correlation. I know for the economic student you can handle it well, but just a reminder for those not taking economics. Okay, and then let's see Which of the following are the correct label of the X in above graph? Okay, which of the following is having negative correlation with the destruction of earthquake? Okay, let's see. Distance from the epicenter. If it's far to the epicenter, then the destruction would be lower. OK 嚇，我距離個震央遠啲喎，我距離個震央遠啲，梗係冇咁傷啦。咁一定反比嘅喎，我震央遠啲，咁我就冇咁傷，咁咪反比咯。OK 嚇 ，duration of shaking, this one should be positive correlation. Depth of focus again, this one is the horizontal distance. 你可能會撈亂呢兩個啊，真心。OK，this one 呢個咧 ，the number one is talking about the horizontal distance. The number talking about how long does it take. OK，for the number three, which is talking about the depth of focus, which is talking about the vertical distance. OK，即係話佢有幾深咁解。嗱，第一咧係講緊有幾遠。第三咧係講緊有幾深，咁所以就有少少類似，不過你要可能記一記佢個分別啦。OK 嚇 ，so number one and number three is right and number two is wrong。OK 嚇 ，I'm trying to explain it not really totally as same as the explanation I have provided. If not, it is meaningless。OK 嚇 ，P and Q 喺邊啊？我真係冇乜點備課嘅。P is talking about the St. Andreas Fault, and then Q is talking about Himalayas. OK 嚇 ，St. Andreas Fault， 成添打錯字。St. Andreas Fault lateral force 啊 ，OK no doubt because you can check out by here. OK I think I have given too much. Let's get back to the Cp1. Cp1. Right here. Okay, so you can recognize right here. This is a lateral conservative pay boundary. Okay, so number one is right. 撳錯仔添。Okay, and then Q. Computational force, low delta Himalayas is made up by the computational force, and then it is going to be floating. So number one and number three is quite obvious. It's right. So accordingly, number two is it right? Number two is it right? Think about it. No 啦 ，divergence 喎 ，divergence pay movement 喎，呢度點 divergence 啊 ？As I have just showed you, it's not divergence, it's lateral movement. Okay, next. Number 13, the formation of the mid-ocean ridge, as I just told you, mid-ocean ridge is about Iceland, and then the formation of mid-ocean ridge is caused by the mid-Atlantic ridge. Okay, mid-Atlantic ridge is right here. 呢度啊 and then you can see this one is moving this side, and this one is moving this side. So accordingly, is it going to make up by the convergence 咧 ？convergence 你基本上唔使諗噶啦，行開啦。OK 嚇 ，because the Atlantic ridge is talking about we are diverging. OK 嚇 ，let's get back to this summary. OK 嚇 ，right here you can see is divergence. OK divergence 兩邊分開嘅 moving apart from each other. OK so accordingly this one convergence 走啦你 OK let's see divergence of x and z 喺邊啊 x and z 路啦 x and z 喺個南極洲度唔好癲啦 OK 嚇 x and z is Antarctica get out of my way OK it should be x and y OK it's not it's quite easy but I think the answering rate is quite low I don't know why this time 我唔係高嘅我睇錯咗下低嗰個嘢 OK despite this one number 14 despite the frequent occurrence of the tectonic hazards in Arlo, okay, why do people still choose to live there? Okay, 點解啲人仲係咁犯賤，或者點解有啲人仲係咁慘仲要住喺冰島嗰度咧 ？Why they are living in Iceland? First of all, scenic spot, right or wrong？ 話冰島好靚噶嘛，成日話睇北極光啊啲咁樣噶嘛。OK， mild climate no 啦。OK， mild climate is wrong and then the answer is quite obvious。OK， 我唔知點解咧呢條係得62個人啱，62% 啱嘅，明明呢條咧應該係90幾%啱嘅。OK 嚇 ，so this one is quite easy。Iceland 喎講到明啦，不過佢冇我都 it haven't showed you it is Iceland。OK 嚇。Which of the following statements about the structure of the Earth are correct? The asthenosphere is thicker than the Earth crust. Sorry. OK 嚇啱唔啱啊？啱㗎。OK 嚇 thicker. OK which is talking about the vertical distance. Vertical distance. OK so number one is correct. OK number two, lower mantle is in molten form. OK incorrect because it's in a solid form. Number three, outer core is less than the inner core. Right, OK， 因為越入咧，佢就即係我講緊由個地殼去到個地心咧，越入嘅話咧，其實佢係會越高呢個密度嘅。OK， so number three is also correct. Number one and number three. OK Number two is not correct. OK, it's in a solid form, kind of solid form. OK 都冇乜特別嘅，因為你可能會話你同我拗話喂mantle 唔係 liquid 嘅 ，but if it's talking about lower mantle, be careful. It's a stated is lower mantle。好多人錯咗呢個位嘅啫，其實好多人揀咗第二個就係因為你淨係諗 mantle 喎 ，mantle 唔係呢個 molten 嘅咩？咁但係 upper mantle is molten。But lower mantle is semi-molten， 好自然格㗎呢個位真係 ，OK 嗱。As I have always， 我啱啱先講完嘅其實 ，OK intrusive volcanicity 4樣嘢嘅啫 ，OK。Bas relief 低燒 lac relief，OK 咁就擺明唔係 lava plateau 啦，呢個拜拜冇乜特別嘅咁都錯嘅話你我唔明白點解你會喺度㗎，OK drop 咗佢唔該認真嘅 ，OK 呢條都錯嘅話，因為好基本嘅咋記住 intrusive there's just 4 things about the intrusive volcanicity 燒低 lava relief bas relief OK collision of Eurasian plate and Philippine plate is produced 睇翻呢度先咯 Eurasian plate and the Philippine plate 造成啲咩啊？哇 we have Japan we have Philippine do you remember there's a Philippine trench OK so as far as I know right here by just observing right here there should be volcanic island as well as there's a ocean trench OK 得唔得頂起碼有呢兩個先啦得唔得 OK this one is easy also because oceanic ridge is made up in a constructive plate boundary 即係邊度咧即係 constructive plate boundary belongs to here OK 即係呢啲呢 constructive 兩個行開嘅拉開嘅嗰啲咪 constructive 咯得唔得？So this one 哇18條而家加速總加速先唔該快啲 Place A Place B 喺邊啊？B 喺呢度 OK B is Pacific Place and then A is Eurasian Place and accordingly they are having what? A is a continental plate, so it should be thicker. Okay, and then place B， 我打喺度，費事轉來轉去咁煩啊。Okay, I just type it here in order to avoid to save some time. Okay, place A Eurasian and then place B Pacific. Okay, so thickness this one it should be thicker lah. And then because Eurasian 啊嘛 ，OK and then for the Pacific plate hi as I've said before if you want to say something to me indeed you can use the WhatsApp instead of using the chat room right here because your name, your beautiful name will be shown in the YouTube. Okay, congratulations for who just have sent a message to me. Okay, you love Mr. Leung is no longer useful. Okay, You cannot compensate 100 kg. Okay, you win. I won't get mad since I'm a very gentle and sincere teacher, so I won't get mad by this. Okay. And then 喂，繼續啦，唔好講廢話。OK Eurasian and then Eurasian is stricter and then for the density 唔係 higher 啦，啱啱同你講過。You can see throughout different years MC they are trying to drilling something similar. OK， 你啱啱睇完有條咧 the previous there is a previous past paper talking about the thing similar like this. OK， Eurasian is always have a less dense. Is less dense. OK， is less dense. But for the Pacifics, it's always denser. OK， and then how about the composition? Composition is talking about continental and oceanic crust. Both of them are here. And then the Pacific plate is oceanic crust only. So, what is the answer? 1 and 3. OK， number 2 is incorrect as I said before。呢個好陰嘅，佢即係你個腦咧，你就係會諗density 咪好似嗰啲厚薄咁樣咧，咁但係實際 you will always mix up these two indeed。OK， density 同埋 thickness 咧，你好易撈亂嘅。OK，bear in mind。OK，and but indeed 嗱，教你一個寫揀 MC 嘅手法。I just want to tell you a trick about how to choose MC sometimes. OK，number 1 and number 2, some of the option is having some logical inconsistency. And you can find number 1 and number 2, indeed there are some logical inconsistency. Why? Thickness. If something is thicker, which is always having a less dense. OK， 你若果講緊嗰樣嘢係厚啲嘅話咧，通常佢係 less dense 嘅。OK， so this one, is it having some logical inconsistency right here? So one of them is wrong, and then if you just pick the one right, and then actually because all the things right here is two choice 噶嘛， then first of all you can cross out choice 4 first of all, and then you can just pick up the 2 that is right. OK， 咁呢啲位就係一啲做 MC 嘅賤格方法咯。OK， 得唔得 ？OK，and P and Q，PQ。P 喺邊度睇唔到喂？P 係冰島 ，OK P is it destructive? No 啦 ，we can refer to here again. OK so I have reinforced that you have to memorize this place name and also plate movement clearly. 如果唔係咧，你真係唔會，你做唔到 MC 嘅。If you forget this, you cannot do the MC. OK, because most of the time you can see， 我基本上我淨係 show 呢頁咁滯嘅，你覺唔覺？ OK， so you gonna have a very clear image about this page name and also page movement. OK， 嚟咯噃 P island P and page boundary which is destructive 咪黐線啦 ，Iceland constructive 噶嘛，佢問咗好多次 Iceland 㗎，覺唔覺 ？OK Q it is having constructive. OK wrong also. No A is wrong. OK type of volcano active volcano true 嘅。How about Q? Q is it active? Is it extinct? 冇黐線啦。OK B is also wrong because the Q is not extinct. OK is always happening. OK landform P is having volcanic island. Q is having volcanic island. Wrong because I've told some of the students right here. OK right in the Google Meet. OK because I have told you that volcanic island art is really made up in the destructive page boundary. Bear in mind， 你見到你加咗 art 字咧，係一定係喺度 destructive page boundary 度啊。點解咧 ？OK， because volcanic island art, what is art? Art is talking about the just like an arch. OK， arch. OK， 即係嗰啲拱門嗰啲咁樣咧唔係金色嗰啲啊。OK咁就So, which is like this, and then we are going to form a series of volcano. Is it like an arch? Okay, then we will call this thing, these volcanoes, as the volcanic island art. Okay, 咁所以咧一講 volcanic island art 咧 when we are talking about volcanic island art, it is only made by the destructive page boundary. OK， 所以 C 是不對的，也是 OK 死正種啦 ，dot 啦，咁即係 OK。Internal force, island P is tension. OK， 扯到行晒啊嘛。OK，Q is compression. OK 啊 ，this one 哇呢、個都幾多人錯喎。OK wave rally OK some of you just thought that wave rally is not going to happen but indeed it has happened 2 or 3 times already。哇咁樣好難睇喎。OK maybe I change back OK right here OK change to like this land from X and then from Y you can see wave rally 啊嘛。咁你見到佢係what is the page movement of this wave rally 又係嗰句啊，你真係要背咗個 page boundary 去啊。等我陣呢度係啦呢度 OK so you can see this one will be the block mountain and then this one will be the wave rally block mountain wave rally block mountain wave rally block mountain wave rally 唔使我繼續再講落去啦 OK then accordingly X and Y are respectively 唔好黐線啦 X Y X 咁即係邊樣打邊樣啊 wave rally 定 full mountain 啊唔係 full mountain block mountain 噏錯咗 OK so Y which is in between 2X OK and you can see right here 陣間出翻去俾你睇啦 OK 因為好難轉呢度 OK and you can see block mountain and wave rally OK so the Y is in between 2X then the situation is like this OK this one is Y this two is X OK 咁就係講緊喂 X 咪就係 block mountain 咯Y 就係 wave rally 得唔得 OK 因為你見到 X 咧，其實佢有好多火山綁住佢嘅。OK， you can see there's a lot of volcanoes which is along with the X. OK, so it can be regarded as the wave rally also. Block mountain also. OK, which of the following about the East African wave zone are correct? Compression 一定唔啱啦。OK, wave zone or wave rally which is always like this. OK, they are moving apart. Can you see right here? Moving apart. OK, if they are moving apart, it should be tangential force, but not the compression force. Constructive page boundary 啱啦。Faulting occur or not? Number 2 and 3. OK 唔好嘥時間撳個答案啦。OK, because of time, I'm not going to show you the answer. I'm confident that is right. OK, which of the following correctly explained the factors affecting the degree of damage by a tsunami. OK, high degree of damage, relief, low lying. 咁梗係易瀨嘢啲啦，你低地啊嘛。OK, if it's low, then it's easy to have great damage. Depth of coastal water deeper. 應該唔啱啦。OK, why? Because if we are having a shallow water, the wave is being pushed up. So number 2 is wrong. OK, 講多次。Why the shallower coastal water is going to have a greater degree of damage? Because it will push up the wave. Okay, so number 2 is wrong. Population density 唔使講啦。If it stands, then it is hollow. Okay, let's see whether it's 1 and 3. 希望冇錯啦，我有少少驚啱嘅。OK, so bear in mind, number 2 is 因為唔係好瞓得醒 ，OK， 頭先直踩咗好耐 ，OK， 我由10點踩到而家都未停過 ，OK。Then number 2 is not correct，OK，so 我頭先啱啱講啦，就係話，喂，我矮啲嘅落岸咧，我淺啲嘅岸咧係會推高個波啊嘛，個波浪啊嘛，咁所以一個破壞力係會係會高啲 ，OK。So number 2 is incorrect because higher wave heights will be formed if the coastal water is shallower, causing great damage. OK，it will 我啱啱推高個波咧 ，what is 推高個波 in English？OK，which is this is because of the wave will pile up to a greater height when approaching the shallower coast。OK， 得唔得？就係講緊呢樣嘢啦。哇！呢個咁，唔係講緊呢個先下低嗰個好多人錯喎。OK，collision of Eurasian plates and Philippine plates has produced 又係哇問咗好多次嘅呢個亦都係 asked many times already。OK， bear in mind Philippine change。OK， 一定有噶啦。其實 for this one is easy because this one destructive page boundary， this one destructive page boundary 呢個咧 constructive plate boundary 啊嘛，收工啦 ，bye。OK 啊。And then for here, Sendai, tsunami in Sendai. Okay, why is it having a very disastrous impact of tsunami in Sendai? Because proximity of the epicenter of earthquake 近唔近啊？都近近地喎 ，OK, is quite near. OK, large displacement of the earth crust, and that on that time you know is a line, which is scale line in magnitude. So the displacement is quite strong. Great increase of wave because due to the shelter bay. Is it a shelter bay? Yes. So accordingly, the answer is 1, 2, 3. 因為咧佢on that time the language right here is quite tricky. OK 咩叫 large displacement 咧 ？Which is not always that always the terms that we are using. OK, large displacement of earth crust actually is referring to the movement is strong or not. But what is movement actually? Which scale according is talking about the movement. OK， 嗰陣時9級地震啊嘛，記唔記得啊？ OK if the Richter scale is strong, okay, then the large displacement of earthquake will take place. Okay, will be taking place. Okay, great increase in the height of sea wave because of the shelter bay. Okay, right here, this one, you can see a fault line right here, and compassional force or not. And you can see right here is a floating, and if it's a floating, I think it is a compassional force. Okay, rock displacement was occurred, faulting was occurred， 應該都3個都齊齊地㗎啦噃。Okay, so right. Okay, so it should be 1, 2, 3. Okay, 我屋企個印用講緊嘢啫，唔使理。OK 唔好走去質疑無端端梁老師屋企有個女人，梁老師屋企好多女人嘅。OK and then number 9, it's quite difficult. OK, again 又係呢啲啊，記唔記得？Again Iceland is talking about the constructive plate boundary. OK right here the rock is fresh. OK, because it's just being cool and solidified from the magma in the plate boundary. Okay, so accordingly, X is older than Y. This one is right. Okay, this one is right. Depth of ocean, X is shallower, Y is deeper. Right or wrong? Wrong, because Y is mid oceanic ridge. Okay, 呢度有個山噶嘛 ，oceanic ridge 喺度啊嘛。Okay, so the height will be lower, shallower. Okay, but for the X, it is deeper. Okay, tectonic activities 唔使講啦 ，because Y is in next to the plate boundary, is more active, and then X is less active。就睇下你有冇，係咯，13。Okay, number 27 right here 又嚟呢個啦。OK plate boundary 1, plate boundary 2, plate boundary 1 is here. Sorry. Okay, because I just thought I'm talking about the Iceland right here. Okay, plate boundary 1 is talking about the conservative plate boundary, shearing force occurred. How about number 2? As I've said before, Rift Valley. 你唔好漏咗 One Rift Valley East African Rift Valley. Okay, don't miss this because 1 DBQ have been taken place and many MC would love to ask the Rift Valley indeed. So, number 1, right or wrong? Right. Okay, Rift Valley is made up by the constructive plate boundary, so it's right. Okay, tectonic hazards. Page 1係咪真係有 volcanic eruption 啊 ？Is there volcanic eruption? No. Okay. 記住conservative plate boundary won't have the volcanic eruption. Okay. Effect of lithosphere, low new crustal material have been formed. New crustal material have been formed. As I've said before, plate boundary 2 is constructive. Then we will have the new crustal material formed. Okay. And since right here is just sliding past each other, no material will be formed or destroyed. So the answer will be 1 and 3. 嗱，錯乜都得。哎呀，真係錯咗喎，講下啫。OK，number、1 and number 3啊。OK 啊。So next one， 哇呢、個噴啊，噴即係點啊 ？Which of the following are the immediate in 嗱？呢條咧好賤格嘅，你真係要記得 immediate。OK，immediate。I have repeated several times already。OK， 不過93% 啱嘅，證明你哋識咩叫 immediate？ 點解咧？因為一係唔啱嘅咯。OK，because one is not correct. What one is about? You have to rate, isn't it, for the agricultural output? So number 29, okay. M and N, okay. M is talking about a continental plates again. 又係你哋兩個好煩啊。One is Eurasian plates and N is Pacific plates. Not the first time we are talking about this pair, okay. And then Eurasian plates, continental plates, Pacific plates, which should be oceanic plates. And then 有嚟 thickness and density 呢啲啦 ，OK， 好悶啊，好冇？直接飛答案俾你得唔得 ？And it is not really 1, 2, 3 is correct， OK 今次冇陰你嗰個 thickness 同埋呢個 density 嗰個問題啦。慢慢同你講啦。Since I have talked about many times, I'm not going to go through this. OK please check out the schoology account if you want to know. OK so right here is talking about a compressional force and then X, Y, Z block. There is a block X, block Y, and block Z. And then X will slide down or not. OK, if we are pushing it, I think it is going upward. OK, so number 1 is wrong. With rarely is formed in the Y. Since X is going upward and then Y will be going downward. OK, normal force is formed in the Z. So the answer will be 2 only or 2 and 3 only. OK， 好攰啊，睇睇答案先。Oh, it is 2 only. OK， 睇睇點解先。係啊，因為 normal force will be only formed in a tangential force， 真係有啲攰啊，所以懶鬼冇慢慢解釋俾你聽啊。Bear in mind， normal force, tangential force, reverse force, compressional force。OK 得唔得？normal force 記住係normal force 記住係 tangential force 度造成嘅，得唔得 ？OK sometimes it is going to ask this OK 我做咩上翻前我又要慢慢揾翻嗰條出嚟打人㗎 OK this one 又係你啊冰島好煩啊直接啲講答案得唔得 OK what is 冰島 what is Iceland presence of volcanicity and then let's floor mountain is not about Iceland and then this one presence of volcanicity this is sounds to be right. Let's see the entire formed by convergence not right because it's Iceland is formed by the divergence of plates. Subduction zone also wrong because subduction zone always talking about is compressional force 有好多嘢咧真係不斷咁問你嘅 OK 咁你小心啲呢啲咧咁其實你應該唔會攞得太低分嘅 OK then 2016哇，咁樣好難睇，出翻去先。It's hard to see. Let's see what's happened. It's also the fault again. 唔係呢個先。There were only 13 deaths in the 2015 earthquake in Area Y, which measured 8.3 on the Richter scale. Which of the following is the best explained for the low death toll in the earthquake? Okay. Government issued preventive warning can be the earthquake mainly affected the less densely populated region. Okay 啦 strong building materials in the rural areas. 點睇？你喺 rural areas 度做乜嘢啫 ？OK 冇用㗎喎 OK so the useless if you are building the strong building in the rural area because we are mainly focused in the urban area and then densely populated area, which is more useful. So number 1 and 2. Okay. So for here, this one, which of the following is the best explanation in the above diagram, in the above figures? Okay. Normal fault 呢個係咪 normal fault 啊？佢咁樣嘅狀態 the shape like this, which is caused by tensional force or compressional force. Think about it. 我兩邊一夾 this one moving like this way, this one moving like this way, and then this one will be rising up. Okay, so compressional force 要話好攰嘅 tensional force 啊 compressional force 嚟㗎嚇。Okay, so if we are having compressional force, number 2 is right, and then normal fault 啱唔啱啊？唔啱啦，嗱啱啱I just told you before, normal fault is caused by the tensional force. Okay, so number 1 and 2, number one is wrong and number 2 is right. Vertical displacement of rock layer 啱抑或唔啱啊？啱咯，因為佢有喐過啊嘛。Number 3 is also right because they are vertical displacement because it have moved upward. Okay, for this block. 好，就到啦，就講完啦。哇，呢個講過好多次啦。OK, this one I have talked many times already. I'm not going to call it very in a long time. OK, Lagerlift, Bartholliff. OK, I've just talked at the very beginning in the lesson. OK, Lagerlift, Bartholliff. 跟住即係呢個啦，唔使諗 A 啊，係咪啊？唔係 A 我乜都得，係咯 ，by A。OK。Bear in mind these 4 things that's caused by the intrusive plate boundary, intrusive volcanicity. Okay, Himalayas. What can we find? Folding 啱啦。volcanicity. Sorry, no. Okay. How about number 2? Faulting 咧？哦 ，sorry, I missed tense 呢度真係好賤格。點解23% 咧？去考你英文嘅。It's asking you to learn in English. Okay. It's very tricky for this one. OK 講粗口講10次嘅呢個係會真係你睇漏咗一個 tense 就會講粗口噶啦，真係咁就冇一分噶啦會。OK then have occurred because in the several billions years before the Himalayas have become Himalaya. OK, there are certain volcanic reaction right there. OK, so both of them are correct. Okay, number 1, 2 啱嘅啦。Okay, floating, faulting. I think you should know it. This is happening. Okay, compressional force taking place, so faulting will be formed along the Himalayan region. 不過呢個咧真係好卑鄙、好賤格。N 年前佢係有 volcanicity. Long time ago, there is volcanicity in the Himalayan region. OK, 你睇漏一個 tense 都死嘅呢個。我啱啱烏後瞓着覺咁滯都就係中咗招啦。OK 嗱 ，first time this is the first time that we are having the hotspot volcano. So hotspot volcano we gonna be careful. Hotspot volcano is has created a chain of volcanic island, no doubt, and then the chain of volcanic island occurs along the conservative plate boundary. Wrong, because hotspot volcano is taking place in the middle of the place, but not in the place boundary. OK Let's see the last one. The age of the volcanoes increased from southeast to northwest, isn't it? 13啱 ，OK 佢都係得2個揀嘅，你都焗揀。你2唔啱，你都要焗揀13㗎啦。OK, if 2 is wrong, you have to choose 1 and 3. OK, no doubt. And then let's see. OK, 呢個咩事啊 ？OK, which of the following factors affect the intensity of earthquake？ 就到啦，忍耐下啦，40幾題嘅啫。OK， 我知你可能攰㗎啦。OK and number of aftershock 唔啱。OK, because earthquake is just going to identify the strongest one, but not how many aftershock do we have。即係地震咧，佢唔會走去計話有個餘震好，我有 N 個餘震咁樣啊，哇好勁啊！我唔會咁計啊嘛，我淨係計一個最大嗰個震啫嘛。We are just going to count the strongest shock Okay, so the intensity of earthquake is unrelated to the number of aftershock. Okay, 得唔得 ？So number 2 and number 3。唔好要我如果揾都唔得我，快啲啊！我都攰啊。好啊，聽日唔好搞咁夜，真係好攰。Okay, which of the following measures may help to reduce the casualty in the earthquakes? Okay, earthquake-proof structure 呢個一定得啦。Okay, this is sure to be helping the casualties. Okay, reducing the casualties. Well-equipped rescue team, no doubt. Earthquake drills, just like the one in Japan, they are always, or the fire drills, just like us. Okay, we are doing the fire drills every year so that we can save easily. So no big deal. 呢個2到8唔講。Next. Which of the following pairs called 話又嚟 density 同埋 thickness 好煩啊，唔講啦，好冇啊 ？Again, the is talking about the density and thickness. OK， 咦，我冇整到題解喎呢個，我之後整翻啦。OK 嚇，繼續呢度啦。OK 嚇，this one meaningless. OK, continental crust density low 啊。OK 因為佢 thick 啲啊嘛。Bear in mind 嗱，呢個 logical inconsistency 咧出咗2次㗎啦。OK，this concept called logical inconsistency have been taken place 2 times already. OK number 2 and number 3, either one is correct. OK, because they are logically inconsistent. OK, the thing factor will have lower density. 記住呢樣嘢講咗，問咗你2、3次啊，真係 OK， 你 throughout the years OK you can find it. OK, so number 1 is right and number 3 is right also. So 1 and 3唔睇個答案啦，總之1同埋3啦。OK， 趕時間92%唔睇得唔得？好煩啊。OK, and what is it talking about? Originally there are 2 islands, but after several days later, it becomes a volcano. So feature X formed after the volcanic activity is 要撳入去睇添，等陣啦。哇，黐線 ！Is a volcano. Thanks for telling. Next. And this one, next one 啦。I know this is a volcano. Thank you. OK， 真係出到咁易黐線嘅咩 ？OK, which of the following are the consequence of the tectonic activities? Rise of sea level, isn't it? I don't think so, because volcanic activities, although there may be greenhouse effect, but the consequence, the things that make it happen is too long, too indirect. So number 1 is not really going to happen. Okay, if one more skill for you, okay, for the MC, if you are really not sure about the which one is correct, trying to erase those indirect things. OK， 佢通常咧好鬼中意出一啲好似啱但係勁 indirect 嗰啲嚟 fix 你嘅 ，just like this one. OK the DSD would love to give you some indirect choices, but indirect choices, but seems like it's correct, just like this one. OK, because in here there are low 出翻去先。Because here you cannot find a very obvious evidence to talk about, oh, this is a rise of sea level. OK， 即係你當然可以慢慢吹到去 greenhouse effect 嗰啲咁樣啦。OK， you can talk with me for the greenhouse effect because the volcano giving out a lot of sulfur dioxide nitrogen dioxide carbon dioxide 嗰啲下山1萬字，唔慢慢同你講啦。OK，but the most direct things we can see is just the new land formation. And number 3 is not right because no life and property links to it. Okay, which of the following statement of the mountain shown in above figure is correct? 咦，冇咗個圖嘅，之後補翻啦，唔好意思啊。OK 好，繼續落去啦，趕時間。So this one again， 哇，好耐冇出過咯，覺唔覺？但係佢好中意出，都係出一啲咁嘅圖嘅。OK， there are long time I think throughout this series of schoology, I found 2 pieces of this photo. What's this? Floating, floating. 嗱，be aware of the logical logical consistency 又嚟啦。I just want to ask, is computational force going to make up the reverse force? If it is yes, 1, 2 are both correct or not correct? 哇，好廢啊你！徐咁樣你講嘢咁廢嘅，咁真係啊嘛，咁你可以咁諗噶嘛 ？OK 嚇，咁 it is not going to show。哇，呢條好賤 ，OK 嚇 ，because you cannot find out it is really caused by the computational force or tensional force。即係睇唔到啊 ，because you need to have the entire block of rocks to see whether it is going to increase or decrease. So right here， 佢講到咁樣，你都真係屈機 ，OK？Because there are not enough data to prove it. OK? So number 3 only， 真係好賤呢條 ，OK 啊？所以好少人啱嘅，46% 嘅 ，OK？ 哇，最後幾條啦，加油啦 ，OK？Which of the following statement about the mountain range is correct? OK 啊 ，Andes tensile force wrong 啦，嗱，記住又係你一定要望住呢個先得嘅 ，OK？ sorry， 你要望住呢個圖先得。You have to bear in mind this 去邊啊 ？You have to bear in mind this map，OK？ 你一定要記住呢個先得嘅 ，OK？Right here。Tensional force, come on. You can find actually if you are going to memorize this map clearly and detailedly and trying to apply day by day, I think it is going to capture 60% or 70% of your MC already. OK 好，繼續。咁 tensile force 唔啱啦。It one parallels to the adjacent ocean trench. As you may know, there is a Chile Peru trench next to it. Okay, so number 2 is correct. There's presence of the volcanic activities. Right, okay? 因為你 destructive pay boundary 啊嘛，咁啱啦。Number 2 and 3, so 好加油！我知你好眼瞓㗎，最頂咗咁耐嗰啲好叻叻 ，OK 啊，不愧為兩個都係攞第一嘅。OK， 兩個都係 geography 攞第一嘅，不過中六嗰個咧就我夾硬講住你攞第一嘅啫。啊，好45，哇呢個好難睇，出翻去先。Number 45, which is talking about the X and Y 又嚟啊 ，OK。X and Y, wow, this one have been taken place so many times, but just the Y is changed to African, okay? But X still the Pacific Ocean. X is thinner than Y, 佢只不過轉個形式再問過你一次啫嘛 ，OK？X is thinner than Y because X is oceanic crust. This is right, OK？ Oceanic crust 通常俾人嗌扁咗噶嘛 ，OK？X is less than Y. 喂，又係出 logical inconsistency， 好煩啊！嚇 ，Number 2 is wrong. Then OK because if the thing is thinner, then it is denser. OK， 咁呢個錯咯，13。OK 嚇 ，X Y 大家都they are some of them are make up by the oceanic crust right here. You can find a lot of oceanic crust right. OK 嚇 ，Y 8啦，最尾啦，終於最尾啦，你好勁啊，捱到最尾。OK 嚇 ，P 係咪 flow mountain 啊 ？P is not flow mountain. Mid oceanic ridge 啱唔啱啊 ？This one is right because again, please check out here. Okay, right here is constructive, and then there will be mid oceanic ridge. 你 constructive 就有好多mid oceanic ridge 噶啦嘛。咁你多啲 mid oceanic ridge 嘅話，咁呢度咪山 OK 嚇。Q as I have told you before, this landform cannot be neglected, and this is with valley. OK 嚇，咁逐漸見到啦。R 咧Himalayas bye. So last word. Okay, last word before we end. Bear in mind, tomorrow, 5 o'clock, we'll be having CP2. So beforehand, you can do it first, and then we can have a more condensed discussion if you have done this. Okay, bye. 辛苦你。